family at Stewart, Nebraska, Christmas 1915. Everyone was there except John. Howard, Joe, Julius, Mont, and Charlie. Minnie, Ethel, George, Edith, Mary, Nellie, Ruth, Mother, Dad with Latham on his lap, and me, Hazel Burke Nelson, the 17th child of this union. The reason for our reunion at Fort Robinson this weekend is that we are all children of Julius and Chloe Burke. George W. Post, my mother's father. Notice his tie. Can't you just imagine him getting ready to have this picture taken and tying that tie? Angeline Rickard Post, my mother's mother. She died in childbirth after having 10 children. Chloe was 14 years old when her mother died. This picture hung over my mother's chair. A page from the Post Family Bible. Here is a page from the Family Bible filled in with the marriage of George W. Post and Angeline Rickard. After Angeline's death, George married Drusilla Murray. A record of the births in the George W. Post family. Note, Chloe's birth in the left-hand side, January 31st, 1862. A record of the deaths of the Post family. Tuberculosis was prevalent at this time. Several of Chloe's relatives died from this disease. My mother, Chloe, at age 16. Note the velvet hat with the rose, earrings, and the lace jabot. John B. Burke, my father's father, came from County Cork, Ireland, settled in West Virginia. Nancy Calvert Burke, my father's mother. This picture hung over my father's chair in the living room. My father in the center with his brothers and sisters, taken in West Virginia. A clipping from the Tacoma, Washington paper tells of an Anna Myers, the story of $60 million inheritance from the Calvert estate. My grandmother, Nancy, was also one of the heirs to this estate. Julius Brace Burke at the age of 18. Note the wing collar and white tie, the watch chain. Julius and Chloe before marriage. The wedding certificate of Julius and Chloe, December 15th, 1880, Kanawha County, West Virginia. Married by the Reverend J.C. Tinsley. A picture taken about 2 years after their marriage. From what my mother told me, she was carrying Howard at the time. J.B. Burke left West Virginia, filed with a government claim for 100 acres of land at Bodart, Nebraska. He proved up on the claim, and this is the deed of possession of the homestead. This is one of the ledgers from the building of the Bodark Church. Money, work, and materials were contributed by the settlers. Familiar names: J.B. Burke, Mr. Coffee, Uncle Lewis, Post, my mother's brother, Zimmerman's, Zerby's. The three boys are John, Howard, and Mont, who came by train with their mother Chloe from West Virginia. Joe, Julius, and Edith with her purse were born on the homestead. A family group picture after moving to Harrison. John, Howard, Mont, and Joe. Ethel, Edith, Julius, my father with Minnie on his lap, George, Mary, mother with Ruth on her lap, and Charlie. A favorite family song we used to sing at gatherings, Whippoorwill. My brother George, Latham, and I, we were ready for Sunday school. George thought we looked so nice he wanted our picture taken. Notice Latham's stick pin and cap, my locket and bonnet. Frank Lewis with his first car, Edith with the white cap right behind him. They're with friends. Notice the crank, the toolbox on the running board, the tires, and the windshield. My sister Mary on graduation from nursing school at Wise Memorial Hospital in Omaha, 1917. She took care of members of the family in many crises, and of many others who needed her care. Burke sisters taken in Nellie's front yard, St. Edward, Nebraska, 1936. I'm standing next to Nellie, Ruth, Minnie, Mary, and Edith, just before I left with my husband Pat to live in California. My brother John and his wife Carrie. That Carrie. My father would call from Harrison. He, with a car full of us kids, would be out for dinner. When we arrived, Carrie would have the best fried chicken dinner you ever tasted. A real gathering of the Burke children because of the illness of Nellie. She had strep infection in her throat. Following a tonsillectomy in Omaha, we thought she would die. Sisters Ruth, Min, Edith, Mary, Mother, Ethel, and I. Brothers Mont, Joe, John, Uncle Lewis Post from Aurora, Dad, Latham, Howard, Chuck. I feel today that we are having another real gathering of the clan, one that we will all remember. We think of brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers who aren't here, and the happy times we have had. It has been a joyful reunion for all of us.